Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the day 61 of our third session this year. This session was called Deepening the Silence, and deepening the silence is something that will never be as true as tonight, hopefully. So I'm Christophe, I'm your host tonight, delighted to be with you from northeast of France. And you have seen me several times. So apart from teaching Sahaja Yoga, I'm involved in the medical surgical industry, I would say, devices. So you have seen and you remember that to get your food soak ready, we had a question about the type of salt that you need to put in your food soak. So just choose a regular salt, cooking salt, sea salt, regular salt, that's the best. So if you are new, welcome again. And if you're continuing the program, of course, very welcome. So if you're new tonight, please stay with us for the whole program. You might not follow everything, but hopefully you can enjoy the insight that is shared and the meditation. And at the end of the program, ask a breakout room in the Zoom chat, and you will get directed to a breakout room and request an introduction to Sahaja Yoga after the program. So very important for the newcomers as well. You can review the course materials and recordings on our website. It is always available. Everything from the session 1 at the beginning of the year till the last session and till the end of this year courses is available on the website all the time. Everything, the entire session is recorded. And for those who have followed the program till today and the new ones, it is now time, if you have not yet done the step, to go to local programs, in-person programs, as we have after this program only 2 sessions to go, next Monday and next Wednesday. So please do that. That's the best way you can, I would say, enrich and build and go further on your Sahaja Yoga 21 days lessons and teachings and whatever you got from that. And of course, mentor is a key for your personal understanding, your personal sharing, and your personal evolution in the process. So if you don't have yet a mentor and you are waiting for one to be found for you, please bear with us a little bit. We are trying to find the right mentor. You can also send an email, which probably is now in the chat or will be repeated at the end of the session. You can write through that email requesting a mentor or any other question you might have. So focusing on the experience, that's what we are about. You know it. That's the reason probably you're sticking with us and you enjoy this experience of Sahaja Yoga. So this everything is about becoming, about the inner transformation, the inner growth, the inner experience. Nothing's happening outside or not so much. It might have an impact on your outside life as well, but the triggering factor is the inner transformation. So we will go deeper with this session, hopefully, on our journey, on our path, in the through the qualities of the chakras and deepening the silence. And today's Monday's topic was the connection between meditation and health. You have realized by today that the meditation in thoughtless awareness, the Sahaja Yoga meditation, might have direct impact on your health, on your well-being, on your emotional, mental, and of course, spiritual well-being. And hopefully it was enlightening and answering some of your questions on this aspect. So today, that's a very broad and central subject in Sahaja Yoga, in your practice, in your deepening of your meditative experience, is being on Sahasrara. Sahasrara, our last chakra, the thousand petal lotus, how to be in the Sahasrara, as we say in Sahaja Yoga, which is a short path to a great experience. So today's agenda, now we have a short talk about today's topic by our first presenter. We'll have a guided meditation with a foot soak. We will also have a short, about 13-minute excerpt of Shri Mataji speaking about the Sahasrara. And we will have some live music. We'll be lucky to have a sitar piece tonight played live. And then a second guided meditation, which will be mostly in the silence, enjoying the beautiful atmosphere and vibrations we will get from what happened before. And at the end, we will have a presenter sharing with a Q&A. So the point is having your question. So if you have questions during the session, please write them down, put them in the chat, and we will be pleased to answer or to have you live. Open your camera and mic, and we'll be happy to answer your question and to share our experiences. So please, presenters, come on stage, join me, please, and introduce yourself. Adam, welcome. Steve,
Hi.
welcome.
Hello.
And Valeria.
Hi.
Adam, you want to start?
Yeah,
Your musician? What are you going to play for us tonight?
So yeah, hi. I'm Adam from the UK, down in the southwest of England. I'm going to play some sitar tonight as proof, and I'm going to play a short piece of a rag called Desh. And you mentioned silence. The whole sort of aim of Indian classical music, anyway, is to take us into silence. This is the whole design of the music. So hopefully, the music will help with that.
Fantastic. Are you a professional musician, Adam?
No, I'm not. I'm a hobby sitar player. Professionally, I'm a clinical psychologist in the UK, but I have a strong hobby, shall we say, of playing this.
Well, having you listen to you once, I could believe you're a professional.
Well, that's very kind, but I'm not.
Steve, please.
Yes, thanks, Christoph. Yes, my name's Steve, and I am coming to you from Basel in Switzerland today. I live in Florida in the USA, and after 35 years of working in the finance industry, I'm retired the last few years, so I'm enjoying retirement and more time for Sahaja Yoga, more time for, I also do some music as a hobby too. So that's kind of, that's what I do.
We'll hear you sometime maybe on the program.
Maybe.
Thank you. And Valeria,
Thank you,
join us.
Christoph. Hello, everyone. I am joining from London and have been in Sahaj for 30 years now. I am a professor in one of the universities in London. And what I do, I help grad students to learn about leadership and specifically explore their self-leadership as a tool for evolution, as a tool to improve the way they work, they support their colleagues at work, and we work in sustainability as well. So trying to give our contribution to build a better world. Thank you.
That's fantastic. And you're kindly playing the technician role tonight for us. And you will join at the end of the session, right?
Yes.
For the Q&A.
Sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, Steve, I think the stage is yours.
Okay. Thank you, Christoph. Good evening, everybody. It's really nice to be here with you. And it's a particular honor to get to speak about the topic of the last chakra, the Sahasrara chakra, which is right here at the top of our head. And those of you who have been coming probably know about that it's right at the spot where we had a soft spot in our childhood, at the top of the head. And there are a couple of really important things to share with you before we start meditating. I think the first is just to say that if I had to summarize Sahaja Yoga in one sentence, I'd say it's all about the Sahasrara. And a couple of reasons for that. One is when our Kundalini rises and passes through the Sahasrara, that's the moment where we're connected. That's the moment where the state of meditation is really possible. And so that's where we tend to try to put our attention, because that's where that connected state really takes place. And as you'll see on the slide here, some of the qualities of the Sahasrara: awareness of the divine, very important, silence, thoughtlessness, and no doubts in the mind, because we're really going beyond the mind. If the mind is here at the sixth chakra level, when the attention goes here, we go beyond the mind into that silent, peaceful oneness with the divine. The Sahasrara chakra is the center of the palm on both hands here. So that's where you feel the Sahasrara on the hands. And one of the qualities of Sahasrara, as you can see, is integration. And specifically, what that means is that all of the chakras are represented within the Sahasrara chakra. So if you look at the chart, you have the six chakras below, but they all have a place within the Sahasrara. So when we have our attention here in the seventh chakra, we actually have our attention on all the chakras. So it's kind of, I think Christoph mentioned something about the path of Sahaja Yoga being a quick path to the state of meditation. And I would say even the shortcut is if you can get your attention directly to the Sahasrara, that kind of takes care of everything, because much more clearing takes place automatically just in the state of meditation. Everything works. Everything in our system works more dynamically, more effectively, and more beautifully when our attention is there. So that's what we'll do tonight. For those of you who are new and didn't know about foot soaking, don't worry a bit about that. Just follow the meditation and you can do the foot soak next time. But for those of us who have the foot soak, we'll start the meditation in just a moment with the foot soak. First, though, I'd like to show everybody or remind everybody how to raise the Kundalini. So if you're new, you can follow along. So the first thing we do is we take our left hand. I'm going to move my screen a little bit. We put the left hand facing in toward the body, but down at the base of our spine. So down here. And the movement of the left hand is going to be just slowly up the center of the body like this. And we bring it up over the top of our head, like so. So this is the way that we raise the energy at the very beginning of the meditation. So while we're raising the left hand, the right hand is going to rotate around it like this. So as we go over the top of the left hand, we're going away from our body. That's the direction of the rotation. So let's start at the base of the spine. The right hand rotates around the left. We can watch our left hand. And we just slowly bring it up above the top of the head, and we'll tie a knot above the head. Okay, so we're bringing the energy up. We're also bringing our attention up to this point above the head and kind of fixing it there by tying the knot. Right, so let's do it a second time together. Slowly, just really trying to feel what we're doing. Raise it up. And now we tie 2 knots above our head. And then a third time. And we tie 3 knots. Let's bring our hands down to our laps, and we hold our hands open on the lap like this, but relaxed. Let's close our eyes for just a moment and take a deep breath. And just start to feel inside how we feel. And then we'll do a second movement, which is also designed to help us to prepare our system for the meditation. So for this one, we keep the left hand open on our lap. The right hand goes by our left hip. Again, I'll move my screen a little to show you. The right hand is by the left hip, and we're going to make an arch. So we're going to bring the left hand up the left side of the body. So I have to make some adjustments. Up the left side of the body, over the top of the head, and down to the right hip, and back again by the same path to the left hip. So let's do that 6 more times together. So this is the second time, the third, the fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh. And again, we can open our hands on our laps. And we'll just take a moment now. Let's extend our right hand toward the water, the foot-soaking water. And we're going to direct energy toward the water. And we can just ask inside, asking this energy that's flowing through us to please enlighten and empower this water and this salt to cleanse my subtle system, to cleanse my chakras. Then we can put our feet in the water. We'll open our hands on our laps and close our eyes. And let's start by just observing our breathing for a moment to help us settle down and be in the right mood for the meditation. Just observe the breathing. You don't have to change it. You don't have to control it. And we allow our attention to just slowly, naturally transition from being on the outside to being on the inside, to observing what we feel and how we feel. And in addition to feeling our breathing, we may also start to become aware of our state, of where our attention is going. So let's observe inside. Are we feeling peaceful and relaxed? Are we feeling distracted? Are we thinking about other things? And the key is not to try to stop or change anything, but just to observe it, just to see, and to see how it changes during the course of the meditation. So let's just observe inside where we are now. So we're going to rely on the foot soak to do the clearing for us. Tonight, we're not going to do any clearing techniques beyond that. But we're going to bring our attention to the top of the head, to the Sahasrara. So let's put our right hand, the palm of our right hand on the top of the head. Again, right where we had a soft spot when we were young. And we can press down a little bit on that spot. And let our attention naturally go there. Just feel the physical sensation of the hand pressing down on the top of the head. And let that physical sensation kind of draw our attention to that spot. And for those of you who've been here before, you know that the inner energy that we're working with is called Kundalini. We often refer to it as Mother Kundalini because it has a motherly, nurturing quality. So now with our attention on that spot, on the top of the head, let's silently ask inside, Mother Kundalini, please rise within me and take me into meditation. Just feeling the hand on the head. Mother Kundalini, please rise within me and take me into meditation. Now let's slowly raise our right hand up, about 6 inches or so above the head. And let's observe what we feel with our right hand above our head. So it's just an experiment. We don't need to expect anything. But we might feel cool, we might feel warm, we might feel tingling, we might not feel anything also. Let's just observe. And feel with the right hand. And let's be aware of that space between the right hand and the top of our head. All right, so let's see if we can leave our attention up there, floating above the head, but bring our right hand down to our lap. Just sit silently for a moment with the attention above the head. Let's now take the left hand and put it in the same spot on the top of the head. And we can bend our heads a little bit forward and press down with the left hand. And let our attention again settle on that spot where we feel the pressure of our hand. And we can ask our Kundalini again, Mother Kundalini, please rise within me. Let me feel the integration of all the chakras, of all the divine qualities within us. Help me to be in meditation. And let's slowly raise the left hand up. And just observe what we feel with our left hand. And let's let our attention stay there, above the head, but bring the left hand down to our lap. So the key is to bring the attention there, to this area above the head. And part of tonight's topic was not just being in the Sahasrara, but staying in the Sahasrara. So how do we do that? And one of the most simple ways that you can do is when your attention wanders, just put your hand back there and gently without getting frustrated or anything, just very gently redirect your attention back to the top of the head. Just feel the flow above your head and just bring your attention back. Sometimes it will stay there very beautifully, steadily. Sometimes you may get distracted and need to bring the attention back a few times, and that's fine. So we just sit quietly for a couple of minutes now. Anytime you feel your attention is wandering, just use your hand and direct your attention back to the Sahasrara. So without disturbing our attention, we can rinse our feet. Let's try to keep our attention above the head. Even while we're doing this, we'll just wash our feet and dry them and put our foot soaking bowl aside and come right back to the meditation. Okay? So when we've finished, let's just again open our hands. Let's bring the attention back to the top of the head. And we really just want to spend another minute or two in silence with our attention up here. So when our attention is up there above the head, all this divine energy can work very, very powerfully and effectively. And we can have beautiful, very beautiful experiences. We can grow very fast. So let's try for the rest of tonight to keep the attention there. We're going to move now to a talk of Shri Mataji, the founder of Sahaja Yoga, and when she spoke to us, she always was working on our chakras, working on our energy. So it's very, very helpful to be in meditation while we watch. So we keep our hands open, keep our attention up here, and let's enjoy Shri Mataji's talk.
Because Buddha just did that. From everywhere he collected people, told them to follow a path of detachment, and he asked them to wear clothes and things which are for detachment, and he asked that you should detach yourself from your families, everything. All this he did for one thing, that they should be prepared for today's life. That they have done all these things. We don't want you to wear orange dresses. We don't want you to do all these wrong things, which are not needed today. They were all right in those days, but today they are wrong because they are not needed. When it is not needed, why should you carry on your head? Like the other day, I saw somebody carrying a big boat on his head. I said, what are you doing? He said, I'm carrying the boat. For what? Why are you carrying the boat? He said, you see, I know there is no need to carry the boat here because there is no sea, no water, nothing. But I'm just carrying. But why are you carrying this load upon your head? No, because I'm carrying, you know. That is how we are. We are carrying on with things which are not needed. Like Mother, now I've been doing Hatha Yoga. Should I do some Hatha Yoga? Why do you want to do it? There is no need for you. No, Mother, but I've been doing it. Do it now, what to do? It's as stupid as this carrying a boat on your head. That whatever is not needed, unnecessarily wasting your time. I'm used to this, Mother, I used to do this, so I must do it. Everything is made very easy for you, sir. Very simple. You don't have to starve, you don't have to fast, you don't have to become vegetarians, you don't have to go and sit in the sun or meditate on Himalayas, nothing of the kind. Comfortably you can sit down wherever you like and you can meditate. Everything made easy. And once you have found out your spirit, you can enjoy everything that's beautiful. On the whole, maybe for some people this is really too much. In a Sahara desert, you are sitting, everything blowing on your head. What is this? How can we live here? Such a rough life. But you don't feel that way because you have the comfort of the spirit within you. It's the comfort of the spirit. And for the comfort of spirit, you don't need anything. That's what you have. So do not carry on with nonsensical things. Because Buddha went round and round as we came today to this program, I was just thinking like Buddha. Going from this end, again coming from this end, then I couldn't find it, then that end, then coming this way. Ultimately with each other this is blocked. I said, give him a bandha. Finished. Open. So this was blocked, that was blocked, go this way, that way. All right, it was blocked for him. So he went round and round. But it's not blocked for you. Why do you want to go round and round again? But that is what today everybody wants to do the same way. We must sacrifice, we must give up this, we must do that. What are you going to sacrifice? What is there to sacrifice? I would like to know, Sahaja. Of course, mostly people sacrifice their brains, I think. When nothing is to be sacrificed, Why do you want to become a goat of sacrifice? So from Buddha's life, you don't have to learn that he went in the jungles and he did this and he did also renunciation, he gave up his wife. No, that's not needed now. That's over. This is where we fail and we cannot explain to people that those who say, but we must have renunciation. Renunciation we have from within, like the sand as I told. Detachment we have from within. But this is compassion. Pure compassion is the most detached. It's the most detached thing is the pure compassion. Or anything pure is pure because it is detached. It's a proper mathematics. Anything that is pure has to be detached. If it is attached, it is contaminated. See the logic? Absolute mathematics is there. If you have pure love, then you are detached. Now supposing you love mother, or I take that. Now you have, say, pure love for her. Then you won't get angry if I don't come to your house. You won't feel disappointed if I can't sit in your car. You won't feel unhappy because I could not touch your sari. No. Because I just love mother, finished. It ends up there, just pure love. Of course I know these weaknesses, so I try to please you, all right. But actually if you really love me, it's all right, I love her. And she loves me, finished. Whether she comes to my house or not, whether she gives me a present or not, whether she pats me or not, whether I can see her or not, whether I can meet her or not, makes no difference, I love her. That's the purity of love. Where there is no expectation of any kind, except that I love, and that love is the ocean of enjoyment and the ocean of bliss. Finished. It's the easiest thing to do, is to love. Just love. How your heart is like an ocean. I just love. The sea is not attached to any shore. When it has to come, it comes out. When it has to go back, it goes. When it has to give water for the rain, it gives. The water goes as the clouds are formed, then the water falls as rain. Again it comes back to the sea. It doesn't stop anywhere. In the same way, if we just think, is the feeling I have that I love mother, what a feeling it is. That should be the end of everything, absolute. I feel the same way, otherwise I would be feeling every day guilty. Oh, I didn't smile at that, I didn't give present to this one, I should have brought something special for that person, I was late for the program. But I don't feel guilty because it's all managed. If I had come earlier, all these hecklers would have been there to trouble us. So all the horrible people disappeared and we had the right people. Then I sat down through. I didn't say I'm going back. There is no need to be nervous. If mother is late, there must be some plan. If she is early, there must be some plan. If she is going by this plane and not by the other, there must be some plan. Not to doubt it. If she is doing something, must be some plan. You know, mother has her own plans. It's a nice idea to think like that. She has her own plans, you know. Once you start feeling that way, such security and such beautiful peace, will spread in your being, and you will be quite satisfied. Now everybody brings food for me. Look at that. When I see that, I get a fright, Baba. Look at that. I was supposed to test it, but even testing will be so much. But I have to eat, because if I don't touch one of them, then they will think, why didn't mother touch? Must be something. This is a very big problem for me, to keep you happy and to assure you, but I assure you that I love you all very much. Whether you bring food for me or flowers for me or anything, does not matter. When I am leaving Bogota, my heart is wrenching out. I see the wrench of my heart, I see. Because I am leaving all the new babes there. That's all. Then I just don't want to face, the thing. I feel, oh God, just see, I am leaving them. But because I love them. So I see, because I love them, I feel it. It's all right. Even this pain is all right, because I love them. I enjoy that pain, because I love them. And then I come here and see all of you standing at the airport. Whole thing is fulfilled again. Just not because you have come, because I have come to love you. All this is such a beautiful rapport and such a beautiful feeling. I want you all to enjoy this and not petty things and small things which spoil your joy. These are all joy killers. And that's why the greatest joy killer is the ego nonsensical, which tells you, oh, why didn't mother do this or do that? It's the ego part of it. That's why we have to think of Buddha and celebrate his Jayanti within ourselves, to establish him, to say that this ego cannot take away our joy. Anywhere such idea just comes into your head, tell them, now Mr. Ego, I know you very well. In the light of Buddha, you can see your ego very clearly. And he is the killer of your ego. He is the one who finishes off your ego. So today, we have to pray for the whole of America, which is really suffering from this nonsensical, mythical ego, which is being exploited by everyone. People are befooling them, the media is befooling, all the doctors are befooling, all the psychologists are befooling, all the governments are befooling. I don't know, everybody is befooled because they have got ego. If they had no ego, they could not have been befooled. All these advertisements and all this hocus pocus that's going on is because human beings have ego and they can't see. So we have to say, Mother, please take away this curse of ego from Americans and America.
So if we now sit with our hands back on our lap, if you weren't doing that already, and we're just going to go into some meditation again. And just take your attention from the base of your spine. Just take your attention and draw it all the way up to the top of the head again, to this Sahasrara. You can close your eyes to bring your attention within. And just see if you can sit and hold your attention above the head. See if it goes there naturally. Then I'm going to play a little bit of sitar music. to hopefully take us further into this silence of the Sahasrara.
Let us just ride and fly on these beautiful notes, taking us higher into the Sahasrara. Let's just enjoy this blissful shower of vibrations. For a few minutes. This is the essence of being at Sahasrara. Enjoying the bliss of our spirit shining there on top of our head. Sahasrara is open, the heart is open. Enjoying this rich, vibrant silence. Completely at peace, completely integrated. This experience was first described in vernacular and common language by a great realized soul, a very great realized soul, named Saint Gyaneshwar, lived in the 13th century in India, state of Maharashtra. And I will quote here a very short part of a text that he has written. He was 16 or 17 years old. And he was the first one to describe the Kundalini awakening and when it reaches the Sahasrara. So he says, when the Kundalini energy reaches the Sahasrara, the devotee finds himself enveloped in the 1,000-petal lotus on the crown of the head. There, the division between knower, knowledge, and known vanishes, and the soul becomes one with the infinite light of divine consciousness. And to conclude this meditation, and keep in tune with the clock, we will together quietly raise our Kundalini 3 times and give ourselves the protective bandhani. And we can pray our Mother Kundalini to help us stay in this blissful state and peaceful attention. Thank you. So we can have the final announcements. Monday, our next meeting, and the one before the end, the last meeting. So we will learn how to balance left and right and remove blockages in the chakras. You've learned quite a bit of that, but this is really key to help you go back day after day into your best meditative mood. So it will be session 62. And so we are, as I say, about to conclude this 7-week session 3B, which was named Deepening the Silence. And all our programs are on the website, which I'm going to tell again later. So the program resources, please request a mentor if you have not yet done. Fill the form, send the email, go right now in the Zoom chat if you, that's the easiest way to do. Join a community on WhatsApp. This is a very nice way to get tuned every day with spiritual and insightful messages, helping you to put your attention where it helps you to go into meditation and get over your daily challenges. And here you have the link that you can, with the QR code that you can scan to get directly onto our website, where all the resources are stored from the beginning and forever. Just go access to it, review any of the session you like, any part of the session, the music, the meditation, Shri Mataji's excerpts, etc. Everything is there, and all the hands-out that we are gathering there session after session. Yep, so this was already said. No, now just after the Q&A session, which is an important one, where I'm going to ask the excellent presenters of tonight, musicians, to join me to take your questions, and we'll be happy to answer them and share any experience that we hopefully find to be helpful to you. So please post your question if not already done. We have some of them already, and we'll be taking them. And if you want to put your camera and your microphone, that's even better. So Adam, Steve, Valeria, welcome again. So do we have anyone that shows up on screen? So if not anyone yet, to encourage you, I will take a first question, which was previously shared, asking us to share some experience when we feel stuck at Agya and that we cannot pass through the Agya and cannot reach Sahasrara, which is a condition that we might experience at the end of a difficult day or different circumstances. So if any one of you wants to take that question, feel inspired by crossing the Agya.
I could say something about that. I mean, personally, for me, I think I was trying to think of right words to use, but the only language I can really think of is if I have something that is like really bugging me, the thing that really helps most is to the only word I can think of is to surrender it, to give it up, to give it away, so that if I don't know, whatever it is that's on my mind, whether it's something at work that's bugging me or someone I've fallen out with, or whatever that is, the thing that really helps move it on is to just give it up, to stop trying to solve that problem, just give it away. So the word I can't think of a better word than to surrender it, to just lay it at the feet of the universe, if that's the right phrase, and leave it. And then my attention is free to go further. So that's, for me, that's the when I remember, I'm always amazed how slow I am at remembering to do that when it happens. It's almost like I have to rediscover every time. I go, oh yes, this is what you have to do.
And this surrendering, is it something that you can relate with your Kundalini, this ability to surrender?
I think for me, it's about remembering that I don't have to solve the problem.
Mm.
You know, it's not my responsibility, or that, particularly when it's going round and round, because when it's going round and round, I guess for me, that's a sign that I'm not actually, if you like, able to solve it, or I'm not solving it. And so the way to move on from that is to give it up, to give it to the powers that be to deal with, and then it frees you from that kind of burden, if you like.
Yeah.
So yeah, you could imagine surrendering it to your Kundalini, but it's just, for me, it's about letting go of that sense that, of me trying to solve it.
Yeah.
I mean, and the talk, she talked a lot about ego, didn't she? So I guess the I have to figure this out. I have to, and then the grinding around in your mind of what's right and wrong, and who's to blame and who's not to blame, and whatever goes on. Yeah, giving all that up.
Someone else about that want to add something?
I think this is very important for me. If I can share my experience, it's useful.
Louder, Valeria.
Thank you. It's useful to watch my attention, because very often we are in this mode of reacting to anything and everything that comes our way. For example, thoughts, emotions. So just keep that awareness. Where is my attention? What am I doing? What am I reacting to or not reacting to? I think that is quite important to me. And keep in mind, as you know, Shri Mataji said, when the feeling of joy is not there anymore, that's when we kind of realize we are getting off the path. And yes, that joyful feeling and that deep feeling of love also, that often go together. So watching the attention, see what's going on, take a moment to just stay still. Get that stillness back. And Steve showed us, just do all the time this movement if we can. That's quite helpful. And keep in mind that we can be in meditation state all the time in our life.
Another tip, Steve, or?
Well, what they've both said is so profound, and I think this idea of letting go that Adam talked about, and not feeling that you have to solve the problem, that's really, really helpful to me. I'd like to reinforce that one, because that's something that Shri Mataji was also talking about in the video, that we carry a lot of load on our head that we don't need to carry. And I think one of the things probably all of us have experienced is that when we're meditating, when we're keeping our connection, keeping ourselves in a good state, problems get solved very spontaneously. And the more we take it on ourselves and try to figure it out mentally, the less it works. And the more we keep our attention here, the more it just works out without our doing anything. And it's miraculous how it happens. So I think through experience, I've learned, and I'm still learning, actually to rely on that because it works. So yeah, for me, I mean, from a very tangible point of view, I do just put my hand here. If the mind just won't stop interfering, I just physically feel my hand there for a moment and really get my attention back here and just kind of gently insist that the attention comes back up here and just go beyond it, beyond all that mental activity. And it may not stop right away, but eventually the attention shifts to the Sahasrara and then you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those beautiful contributions takes us again thoughtless to Sahasrara. So I'm trying to check another question that we can talk about. Another good one, yes, is how can we identify that we are at Sahasrara? So this was addressed during our meditations and talks, I guess. So anyone wants to say a few words about that? How do we know that we are at Sahasrara?
Well,
Is it that
maybe I can just
we know?
I mean, yeah, when you're there, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
But really, when the attention is here, you can feel that your attention is there. I mean, there's a real presence of your awareness is here,
Mm,
and it's very tangible. You're not in your thoughts.
mm,
You're not paying attention to your catches and your chakras.
mm,
You're solidly, your awareness is up here,
mm,
and it's a different state. Um, so how do you know? You're thoughtless. For sure, you'll notice that you're not thinking.
mm,
But I think maybe everyone experiences it the same way. I don't know. You really feel that your attention is here above the head, and there is that flow of this love and this nourishment that comes that doesn't happen anywhere else.
yeah,
You know, I don't know how else to put it.
yeah, yeah. I say that when you don't feel any issue, that you feel absolutely in the present, absolutely aware, absolutely normal and easygoing and happy, joyous, and that it's a perfect state. That's a way also that identify that you are at Sahasrara and that there is nothing else much than joy inside. And yeah, I don't know if anybody else wants to add to that.
Yeah, for me, I mean, you said it all really, but I mean, it's the inner silence and the freedom of that. There's this joyful, this kind of like complete freedom from all the machinations and whatever that goes on inside human beings. You just have this transcendent kind of silence within you, and as you said, it's joyful. I think joy is one of the indications, isn't it? You feel this joyful freedom.
It's totally, for me, it's the joy and the lightness. And I feel I can be there forever.
Yeah. When you don't want to leave your meditation, that's another one. Yeah, we always say encourage the newcomers, and we do encourage you to meditate regularly every day, even if it is 1, 2, 3 minutes, and with the secret hope that you would like to stay there. And that's a sign that you are at Sahasrara as well. And
Christoph, I'm sorry, go ahead. Go ahead.
please.
I was just going to say that's a really good point, and one of the things that I've noticed that might be helpful to some people is, I mean, yes, you can just meditate for a few minutes if that's all you have, but I really notice that if I allow the process of getting into meditation to unfold, and I don't worry about the time, but I just go with the process until I really get where I would like to be. It unfolds over time. And if you give it a little time, it keeps unfolding, it keeps getting deeper. The silence gets deeper. So if you have the time, experiment with that,
Mm.
just staying with it for a while and see what happens.
Yeah, because Sahasrara is a vast kingdom. We might enter it, be in it, but to discover it completely, right?
Yeah,
There is no end to it.
yeah.
Um, okay. I don't know if you see. I have another question in store, but my chat is somehow blocked. So if you see a fresh one, just that came in. Otherwise.
don't see one.
No, I can't see.
Question.
Okay. So maybe a last one, which is probably more of sharing tips with our participants in their everyday's practice. Is what are some ways that you find helpful to get to Sahasrara? Probably practical, simple, reproducible ways to achieve that.
I mean, over the years, I've kind of formed this. Might sound a bit. I don't know if this is helpful, but I formed this habit of basically simply actually waiting. So not doing a lot, sitting in meditation, like Valeria was saying, maybe just taking an observing stance. And like Steve said, just let it happen, let it unfold. Don't try. Don't get into too much striving or trying. And I've found that if I can sit like that, then it gets stronger. Like you said, this thoughtlessness, this drawing of your attention up. So for me, that's definitely one thing that can help is, not, I'm a bit odd really, but not trying too hard, not sitting there with a kind of an observing attention and let it happen.
Yeah, and that's a beautiful tip because our participants might encounter in their way on their path. Yogis would recommend them to use this affirmation, that affirmation, do this, do that. And when you just sit with your pure desire at your meditation place and do exactly what you say, sometimes just doesn't require anything else. It's just happening, and just trust yourself, this inner happening, and just follow it. Yeah. Steve, Valeria, you want to?
I think it's crucial. Shri Mataji said many times, when you sit in meditation, just do nothing. And this is counterintuitive for us because we are always reacting or always acting in our life. So we are used to that. So the first challenge we have when we start meditating is just let things happen and let this energy actually to come, to raise, to come up spontaneously, sweetly. And also Shri Mataji always uses the idea that we should be like flutes, empty the instruments so that the air can go through the flutes and play the melody.
Yeah, I think the only other thing I can add is sometimes I just have to ask for it. And it's amazing, the Kundalini being a totally intelligent, totally responsive to our desire. Sometimes I just ask to be in meditation. I ask for my Sahasrara to open, and it responds, it happens. So that's another thing you can do, is just humbly ask for it and see what happens then.
Okay.
And maybe one more suggestion, just experiment. See what works for you. When something works better, yes, explore. Yeah, there is a question.
Yeah, Christina wants to ask a question.
Oh, thank you. No, I don't. I've heard that people are talking, so I can't, share my video. But anyway, they said you cannot stay your video because the host has disabled it. So anyway, thank you for giving me the floor. Hopefully you can hear me. Valeria was talking about the crucial, what seems for her crucial about life. And from my perspective, I do think that gathering together in these lovely platforms, people are coming from all over the world. I'm from Italy, you're from the United Kingdom, other people are from US, other people are from Japan, and what gets us stronger? Being together. And I've been on the verge of despair several times. Maybe you and other people and we're struggling. Life is harsh. And for what reason we're here together, helping each other, asking tips together, because we're having the same pathway somehow. Of course, different experiences, but life is not easy, and we are struggling with a lot of difficulties. It could be million of reasons for what reason here, diseases, job, you're having kids, you're having maybe a period of a life that you can't accepting yourself. So, but being together, this helps me a lot. And asking divine love, if you're of course a prayer, if you're a Gaddish person, I'm a Gaddish person, I do pray a lot. And this kind of, meditation, which we're calling divine love now, is definitely what makes us whole when we are helping each other, and we're helping each other in this platform. So really it's helpful for me being here, listening you, music, all in all, this kind of, I would say, scene which makes us stronger. And we do understand, and I do understand for myself that I'm not alone and I'm not struggling alone. So for each of us, life is enough. It's not a bed of roses and everyone is fighting in their own battles, but we're winning battles if we're together. So if we're helping each other, we're supporting each other, giving tips and advices and saying, look, you can do that, you will do that. And this is the tricky stuff. So this is life. So and being human being and being enough, of course, astute personality. We're talking about astute person, a well-rounded person. Of course, you can help your counterpart or your friends, your mother, your father who are struggling, because again, I would say I will underscore the life is really not a bed of roses. Maybe you have, just an example, my father got leukemia when I was 9 years old. So my mom gets some, liver cancer, and I have somebody with a lot of difficulties, friends, yada, yada, yada. So if you're, of course, stronger, we are here just because we're together, we are helping each other. Thank you again. And
Thank you, Christina. That's very touching and encouraging. That's
thank you.
yeah, the very deep reasons why we're here tonight.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
Not only tonight, but each session that we're together. So each session we're brick by brick helping each other. So this is basically the meaning of this, I would say, meaningful session, insightful sessions. Thank you.
So you give me the opportunity to conclude on this word of the need and the benefit of togetherness. And there is still 2 sessions of togetherness on this platform for encouraging you once more to reach out to a local center if you have one. Otherwise, take a mentor. That's definitely going to help you in your journey. So thank you all. It was a pleasure and an honor to be the host tonight and be with you all. We're now concluding the session, and it's time for you, if you like, to join the breakout rooms, and a lot of dedicated yogis waiting for you and in the breakout rooms right now.
Thank you.
Enjoy your meditations.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Right.
Thank you.